See who all joins tonight. If anybody joins. While I switch out my batteries to my vape.
Oh, your thing's on the floor.
Yep.
No, I'm talking about your bracket.
Oh, the bracket? Yeah. I haven't used it in a while, so. I thought you were talking about this foam piece that keeps coming off of my mic. What's going on, Sean? Hey, Brown, what's up? How's Pittston treating you? I feel bad, Brown. We were so planning on meeting each other at Pittston this week, and I was like, man, I gotta go. I gotta go. No sound. Let's try the headset then. Connect. Hey, do we have sound now? But yeah, Brown, I feel bad, man. We were supposed to meet up and I didn't meet up. Yep. I made it to Missouri. Look at me trying to vape out of my vape without even turning it on. But yeah, I did make it to Missouri finally. I took my car home. Dropped it off, and did my laundry, and cleaned my CPAP stuff, got filters, and boom, back on the truck. I didn't feel like making a video today. I was like, I'll probably go live tonight. So here we are. We're over in Springfield, Missouri, everyone. At the mothership. At the mothership, as they call it. And there's Captain Bananas, my current student right now. He's on the truck. He got to go search around the terminal, just walk around all over the place. I think he made a really long video he's trying to upload right now. I had to restart YouTube. Hey, it happens. But yeah, I'm trying to get a load in the AM. I went over there to driver lineup and said, hey, y'all got a load for the AM going anywhere around Pittston? And they said, no, we don't have nothing. So yeah, you know, sometimes they don't have nothing. I'll go check again. I'll set an alarm for like 3 a.m. I'll go check again. If they got something, cool, I'm hitting the road. If they don't, I'll go check again at 4 a.m. Still don't have nothing, I'll go check at 5 a.m. Don't have nothing, I'll go check at 6 a.m. until I get a load back to Pittston. Because I need to get Captain Banana over there tested. It's his time. Jason Bailey says, I'm still awaiting my trainer to come get me. I hope soon. Wow, Jason, it's almost been a week. Wednesday will be a week. I'm surprised they didn't. Well, you live all the way in North Carolina, so that's probably why they didn't send you home. It's pretty far. Brown says, heading out again the end of next weekend. Cool, Brown. Brown's waiting on his good friend to take the instructor's course, or the trainer's course, and trainer's becoming a trainer, or his friend's becoming a trainer so he can teach them. So that's good. You know, if y'all can have friends out here that can do that, man, it's great. But, you know, it's kind of hard to do because, like, some people wait till the last minute to take the class. It's better if your friend's already a trainer and already trained some students, so it makes it a lot easier. But, hey, it is what it is. Yeah, I've been waiting 5 days. Well, look at it like this, Jason. You have a trainer. Some people could still be waiting on a trainer, like to get one. At least you have one. You're waiting on them to get there, but you do have a trainer. That's the plus side. The Pittston terminal is nice. Brown, if you think the Pittston terminal's nice, wait till you come over here, man. You're gonna it's like they put a lot of money into this terminal, like for reals. Like we went in through inbound today, right? My student pulled into inbound, and he looked up and down inbound. He goes, man, this place is huge. I said, dude, you're just at inbound. Just wait till you see the rest of it. He goes, it's nice in here. It's like this is a brand new building. He saw how big the pads out here was. He's all like big place. The pads were a madhouse, it looked like today. I went over there to see my buddy Justin, so I went over there to see him. I got some free Freightliner floor mats while I was in Pittston, and I was all like, man, I know who could use these, and I'm going to Springfield, so they were free, so I just grabbed them and brought them with me. And whenever I got here, I wanted to get them out of my way, so I ran them to Justin as soon as I got here and did all my other stuff. I just went and ate at a Chinese food buffet over here. It wasn't that great, but got to go eat with the family, so that's always good. It's always good to see the family, even if it's just for a couple hours. I got home about, I don't know, 3:30 in the afternoon. I stopped and got some Dunkin' Donuts and like some iced coffees, and my wife, for me and my wife, and just went home and hung out with the family and cleaned up. I threw my laundry in. I did not know how to use the washing machine. My wife has a brand new washing machine, and it's fancy. I was like, I'm going to make sure that this stuff gets done. I'm going to be the one that washes the laundry. Check me out. I went in there, put the stuff in there. I looked at the knobs and stuff, and I was like, whoo, this is not like the one at the terminal. So I didn't know what to do. So she had to turn it on, and bam, next thing I know, like, my laundry's done. Fancy washing machine and stuff. It was too high tech for me. I'm used to putting 2 quarters in there, and like, hey, it's done. So hey, fancy washing machine at the house. I was like, oh, I'm lost. I'm scared. Captain Banana says, dude, Springfield, Missouri makes the Pittston, PA look like a dump. They call Pittston the mini Springfield terminal is what they call it. So, this terminal right here has a lot of distractions, like basketball court, gym, stuff like that. I mean, you're not as focused on your full-size basketball court, but you're not as focused on your pre-trip because you're over there messing around with stuff. So it becomes an issue over here, like having a student that you're trying to get a hold of. Where you at? Oh, I'm in the gym playing basketball. I told you to be on the pad. That's an issue. But there's a lot of distractions over here. In Pittston, it's like, hey, come to the pad. They get to the pad, boom, we start working. Over here, it's like, every once in a while you get that guy that's, where you at, man? Oh, I'm working out in the gym. Dude, you need to focus on what your task at hand over here. Brown says, I'm actually with my homie right now. Went with him on the weekend. Learned how to drop and hook, and how to put on glad hands, and how to turn the truck into different roads. Okay, shoot. Hey, that's learning right there. That's experience. I mean, you get to see him drive, so when he becomes a trainer and you can now drive, then guess what? You're gonna already kind of have a feel for it, Brown. So I think that's a good idea. And how to enter into the interstate. For sure. Like that people trying to yield as you get on, like if you're in a truck and you're trying to yield to get on the interstate, that's a problem. Like, hey, get up and go, man. You have to match the traffic and watch the mirror and fit the truck into there where it needs to go. Either on that on-ramp, you're going to have to make a decision to slow down some to get over, or to speed up and get over, because you have to fit the truck in there. Coming to a dead stop before you merge on, like, that's really bad. It's hard to get the truck up and moving to a speed fast enough and safe enough to get on there. Captain Banana says, make sure you look in the correct mirror. He's up there in bed right now, so yeah, sometimes he looks in the wrong mirror. But I think he fixed his problem today, because what he does now is he's like this. Like the trailer's over here on the left, he's like this. Look in the left mirror. There's no trailer in the right mirror. When we're doing a left turn, he's like, look in the left mirror. There's no trailer in the right mirror. Don't even look over there. Look in the left mirror. Check where. Look in front of you. Back to your mirror. There's no trailer in the right mirror still. Look in front of you. Back to the mirror. So, like, he has to talk to himself, but it's working for him, you know? So, I mean, like, that's what he's talking about. I was like, dude, your examiner's going to think that that's so funny, but hey, talk to yourself. If it helps you drive, talk to yourself. I'm cool with that. We drove across the GW Bridge earlier today. That's money right there. That costs money. Yeah, it was a circus. I imagine. It depends what time you were on it, but it's usually a circus on there. I don't think we had any problems today. Me and David, I don't think we had any problems. We
Except for the construction.
oh, we hit some construction in St. Louis, but that was about it. We were smooth sailing today. Like he probably did 500 miles in like 9 hours. I mean, like he was just knocking back the miles. He was on it today. He pedal to the metal. Like we were getting it. We were grinding some miles out. So we stopped one time to use the restroom, and we stopped another time to get fuel, and at the fuel we went ahead and took a 30-minute break.
Yeah, you wouldn't even stop for Dunkin' Donuts.
Right, Brown? Hey, he kept calling himself that, right? When I first met him, he said, I'm Captain Banana. So, like, after a while, I was waiting for him to change his name to that. So, after a little bit, he finally changed. I finally told him, hey, you should really change your name to that. And I said, keep wearing all the highlighter yellow, man. I want you to look like you're glowing on the camera, you know. Keep looking like a banana and keep the name. I like the name, too. Like Captain Banana. Yeah, that's right. Brown changed his too. Oh, today, my student, he hit up Kiersey, and he had Kiersey come over to the bay, and I got to meet Kiersey, the positive voice of trucking. I got to meet her today. She seems really cool. She seems just like her video. Like, she's real cool. So I watched her video today, and she said that she met me. That's true. We met up. I also climbed into Chad Rich's truck. His student was all like, he's back there sawing logs. I was like, what? He goes, yeah, really, man. He's working hard back there sawing logs. Blonde moment. I don't understand what sawing logs are. I climb up in the truck. I said, what you doing back there? Oh, he's wearing a CPAC machine. He's asleep. I'm all like, oh, sawing logs. I was all like, hey, tell him I stopped by. Like, I didn't want Chad Rich to be like, dude, for reals, you just climb in my truck and wake me up? So I tried not to wake him up. I hope I didn't wake him up. But he was dead asleep on his CPAP. I was all like, hey, tell him I stopped by. So, like, you know, his windows were down. So I figured that, I don't know why his windows were down. I guess it was a nice day today. I guess you really save some fuel by leaving that APU off and, you know, all that good stuff.
After 15 degrees in Chicago, 50 degrees here.
We're going to need to run into each other. I'll be at the terminal all week. I have to do laundry for the next weekend and run to Walmart. Get some last minute things for the trucks, so don't you worry about that. All right, Brown. I'll see you one way or another, Brown. We're gonna run into each other. I mean, you got my number. and we talk a lot. So I mean, one way or another, we're gonna find each other. You're gonna be someday. You might be like, "Hey, I'm in Illinois." I'll be like, "Oh, I am too." Boom, we're gonna meet up. I ran into one of my followers the other day at the last load we picked up to bring here. I ran into one over there. He was all like, "Twisted." I was like, "Hey, bro." We didn't have time to talk. I was busy. He was busy. So, you know, it was good running into him, though. It's always good running into people that knows you and other prime drivers. I should have did the normal live thing over here in Springfield. I should have been at Fire and Ice with an ice cold beer and saying, "Hey guys," but I'm trying to leave tomorrow, so there's no drinking for me. But you know, I could have had some ice water on there. Everybody been like, "What you drinking, Twisted? What you drinking?" Ice cold water, because that's the good stuff. I didn't know it, but my student emailed Chad Rich to tell him we were in town, and I think he took some pictures with Chad Rich's truck. I don't know. He might have made a video. As soon as he uploads his video, I'm gonna watch it though. I watch all of Captain Banana's videos. I do my research, make sure he's not talking trash, you know. He's not talking trash. Did you get a new student in from Pittston? Yeah, I was talking to him the other day. Yeah, that's my student, Brown. That's my student. I'm on my way to meet up with him. I got him a couple days ago. I'm gonna go meet up with him. I've communicate with him on the phone the last 2 days. I told him, I was like, "Look, here's where my pre-trip is. Go pick it up from so-and-so. That's my pre-trip." I told him what I wanted. I said, "Hey, one day," I said, "the first day, this is all I want you to study." Then from there, I told him what to do. So he has a good idea what to do. And then I'm going to go over there and I'm going to see where he's at. And he texted me. He was all like, "Well, I better have my pre-trip 100 because when you get back, you're going to check it." I was all like, "Yeah, man, just do what you can." But whenever I get back, I plan on taking him out for a drive. Like, I'll do him like I do all my students. I'll just get a trailer, pull it up to the red lines over there on that pad, and I'll say, "Get in the driver's seat," and we'll just go straight out the gate. That's the way I like to train. Let's just go do it, you know. I tell a lot of my students, I point at my shoes. I always wear Nikes. So I'll point at my shoes. I'll be like, "I'm sponsored by Nike, so just do it, man. Let's just do it." Like, that's what I say. I'm not sponsored by Nike, but Nike, if you're watching my channel, you can sponsor me and I'll put some shoes on here for you. Especially if y'all start sending me some free shoes. I would love that. Everything's probably mounted and secured at both ends, not cracked, bent, or broken. See, Jason remembers his pre-trip. Nick, "Hey, Twisted, I'm in Springfield waiting till Monday to look at a truck." Oh man, Nick, I wish you were up. Nick, you at the terminal or are you at the campus over there right now? Because if you're at the terminal, Nick, I'll come meet. I'll walk over there or whatever. You can come over here to my truck. I'll meet you, dude. You can come over. You can just jump in my truck and get on my live right now if you're over here. I'm trying to leave early in the morning, as early as I can in the morning. Like, get super early. Like, I'm gonna go check in 3 o'clock and 3 a.m. Like, I'm gonna be in there checking in, trying to get a load out of here. Jason Bailey says, "I'm still pre-tripping in my sleep." That's good, Jason. I'm at the campus. I'll get a shuttle, swing by if you want. Yeah, I'm parked right outside the plaza if you want to come up. Well, I don't know how late the shuttles are, Nick. I don't know how late they'll run to. It's already 9 o'clock. Like, I think they stop at 10 o'clock. I would hate for you to come all the way over here and can't get back. I can't get my truck out the terminal because On company, lease guys can take it out, but on company, I can't take it out. Or I would say, hey, come on over, man. I'll give you a ride back. It's the company's fuel, so, you know. It's 7:30 in Pittston. You sure it's not 8:30? You sure it's not 8:15 in Pittston? Oh, whoa, I read that wrong. 7:30 p.m. in Pittston, then you'll have to call security. Yeah, I get what you're saying now. You're talking about that hotel shuttle. Because over in Pittston, if y'all don't know this, but in Pittston, they got the hotel shuttle that comes from the hotel to the terminal back and forth. And it only comes at certain hours. And then Prime Securities is 24/7 over there. In Springfield, the shuttle will run you back and forth until a certain time. After a certain time, they're not going to come back. They're not going to go anymore. So, like, you got to watch out for the times. Like, there's a certain time they won't bring you over from the campus over there, bring you over here. So, you know, it's how it is, man. It's not good, but, you know, I wish it ran more, though. I really do. I wish it was 24/7 like Pittston's, but, you know, I know it costs money, and, like, who's really riding it that late? You know, I don't know. Let's see, Captain Bananas. I'll walk from the cafe back to the truck in 8 minutes. I believe it. Brown says, I got to experience a shower at a pilot tonight. Hey, I'd rather shower at the freaking... Hey, if I'm coming to a terminal, I usually shower before I get here. If, like, say I'm going to Pittston, I'll probably stop somewhere along the way to Pittston, and I'll take a shower before I go in there. Because I like the truck stop showers better than I like the terminal showers. Well, really, Pittston's showers are better than Springfield showers for the drivers. They are. In my opinion. The Pittston showers are just fine. I have no problem with the Pittston showers. You know, so, like, I might just wait till I get to Pittston to shower. But, hey, if I got time on the load, I might as well shower every day. I just did laundry, so, hey, start knocking them out. But, yeah, truck stop showers, they're not bad. For anyone scared to come out here because of the shower situation, you pretty much get your own bathroom is what you get. So when you take a shower, like, it's pretty much like having your own bathroom, just like at your house. You got a lock on the door. You go in there. You put the floor mat down. You clean it up. You take your stuff out your bag. You go shower, and it's gonna be just your shower. Like all these people that say that team showers, you're going to share a shower, they're just messing with you. I'll tell you right now, they're just joking with you. A team shower, when your trainer goes to get a team shower, you're going to get your own shower, and they're going to get their own shower. They're going to use 1 credit to give 2 showers. That's why it's called a team shower. That's like all those people saying that y'all are going to shower together and all that business, they're full of it. They're just giving you a hard time. Pilot showers are awesome. Well, most do. Yeah, they're awesome showers. Like, they're nice, and they got hot water for the most part. Like, I always try to go to a Flying J or a Pilot. Like, for reals, that's my favorite truck stop. I ain't gonna lie. Loves are always packed, and you know, the showers are nice in Loves, but it's always packed. Like, I drive whatever hour my load requires, and like I'm never have the opportunity really to park at a Loves. By the time I'm parking, they're always packed. I'm like, I ain't even going into a Loves. Brown, I can't say it yet because I haven't been to the mall yet. Handsome says, "What's up, Twisted?" Oh man, chilling, living the dream over here in Springfield, man. I'm just chilling in Springfield, having a good time. About to go to bed. Set me an alarm to get up. Trying to get a load. Trying to get out of this terminal and back to Pittston. You know, it's time to get back. So that's what I'm doing. And Captain Banana says, first truck stop shower at a pilot was pretty impressive. Yeah, we stopped guess night before last and took a shower over there, and it was great. He took a shower today at this terminal. He took one at the Plaza building. I said that was a good choice, and he said he took like a 2-hour shower, so you know he liked it. Handsome says, loves are a nightmare after 2 through 3 p.m. 2 to 3 p.m. Dude, loves are always a nightmare, man. Like, everybody, like, this is gonna sound bad, but this is what I see on the loves. And this is sounding like I'm being mean, but it's what I see with my eyes at Loves. Loves is where most of the heavy set, real or morbidly obese guys are trying to park and get fuel at. Because what happens at Loves is when you get 50 gallons of fuel, you get a free shower and you get a free refill drink credit. So at Loves, what I always see at Loves is those big truck drivers that can barely walk, and they got this cup like bigger than my head. They got a cup bigger than my head, and they're going in there filling that sucker up with soda, like a full Mountain Dew, and put the lid on it, and then they like waddle back out to their truck, and they climb up in it, and they just sip on Coke all day, and then next time they stop, they're going to stop at a Loves and go in there and fill that sucker up again. And that's what I see at Loves. If you notice, Loves fuel bays are always packed, because those guys ain't walking. They ain't going to park and walk in to refill their cup because they're out of soda, and that's all they drink is the soda. But you know, it sounds messed up, and I'm sorry, but that's what I see. That's what I see out here. Like, if you want to know my honest opinion, the Flying J's and pilots, it's a mixture of everything in there. And then the TAs, it's kind of a mixture of everything. I mean, like, you got more of the old school truck drivers that like to park at TAs and the Petros. You know, they're all like, man, I've been coming to this TA for 35 years and I love it. And I'm all like, cool, dude. But you know, you got to pay for parking over here. That's fine. It's a tax write-off. That's those old school truckers, man. They've been driving forever. They don't care about nothing. All right, Brown. I guess Brown's gotta go. Be on the road by 11 a.m. Take this load to PA. We're heading back to the terminal. All right, Brown. Take care, man. Get some rest, and maybe I'll see you there. I'm trying to get there. I want to be there by Tuesday, but it might not happen. And so I like the Flying J's and pilots for fuel, coffee, and Petros and TAs for parking. See, I don't like Petros and TAs for parking because it's mostly paid parking nowadays. Like, they might as well just put a draw gate at the entrance of that place and make you just pay when you come in there. I mean, it'd be a lot easier. I really don't like paid parking. I rather park. I look for the mom and pop spots, like the place on Trucker Path, like middle of the night, where you can't find parking at no major truck stop. That place says it only has 4 spots in it. Everybody else is going to skip it. They're going to be like, man, I'm going to go for that 120 spot place up the road. Me, I'm all like, 4 spots? I'm going there. And I usually get a parking spot like that. But now that I told y'all that, don't be doing the same thing, man. Y'all taking my parking spots. But, that's what I do. is I like to go park at the little bitty truck stops because I usually find parking there. Everybody's skipping over them to go to the major truck stops. Maybe they need a shower or something like that. They're trying to do that. If I have to, I'll park in the mall and Paul, and the next morning I'll start my clock drive over there to the big truck stop whenever it empties out, and then I'll stop and take my shower, get back in the truck, and go on. You know, it just depends on what I'm in the mood for. If I need a shower, how bad do I need a shower too? So what's the point in that? People are paying now? Yeah, people are paying for spots. Like I've heard lease guys say that they can use the parking spots as a tax write-off, so they just write off any spots they park in, and they're pretty happy about it. Like, I mean, hey, you're guaranteed a spot if you're always reserving it, so you know you got a spot. It's just, you know, and it's paid for. You know, you're gonna get it back in taxes. You know, it's a tax write-off. Go for it. If I could write it off as a tax write-off, I think I would be a lot happier with paid parking. But right now, I don't get a tax write-off, so I don't like that. Captain Banana, how about two truck crashed today? Oh yeah, we seen a truck wreck today. It looked like there was a flatbed stopped in the turning lane at the light, and it looked like a reefer or a dry trailer truck. It just like he looked like he went for the turning lane, but he was going way too fast, and he smashed into the side of the flatbed, and then he shot off into the bar ditch. I think he hit the barrier too, but he was way over there in the bar ditch. I was like, a little wreck today. What's going on, Tommy? Tommy says, what's up, Twister? Man, living the dream, Tommy. Jason, I guess if you can reserve it, then that's cool. Yeah, you can reserve it on the app, or you can call them and reserve it, and you know, you just got to pay for it first. Tommy, Jason's still waiting on his trainer to get there, so he's waiting on his trainer to get there. Handsome, I found a lot of the time TA and petrol has more spots to park most of the time without paying. It depends where you're at, really, Handsome. Like, there's some petrols and TAs that I'm all like, we'll take Effingham for example. Effingham, I'm going to park at the TA. Because they have a lot of parking, and the petrol over there, they have a lot of parking, and it's not mostly paid parking. But you go to the one in Boston, the TA in Boston, like, it's almost every spot paid. I think there's like one row that's free. The rest of it's paid, it feels like, over there. And different spots like that, it's all paid parking. Like LA got it down, man. LA, the TA and the petrol have the whole LA area locked down. You got two places to park over there. You got the TA or the petrol, pretty much. Or that, there's I think it's called Two Sisters or something like that. There's a place over there. But they got it locked down over there. They got a gate at the front. It raises up. You take the ticket. You go in. When you come out, you give them the ticket and you pay for the time you used it. Whether it was 24 hours, 48 hours, 10 hours, whatever. You're paying for it, so... They allow you to buy 100 gallons of fuel. It'll pay for a spot. If your truck goes into the shop and you get something fixed, it pays for your spot. And if you spend X amount of dollars in the stores or the restaurants, then that pays for your spot. So if I'm over there in LA and I have to park there overnight or whatever, I'm going to go in there and I'm going to spend however X amount of dollars, whatever it is, and I'm gonna eat and buy me something. So I feel like, hey, I had to buy some stuff, but at least I got something out of it instead of just paying money for a piece of concrete with a bunch of trash on it. Jason said, tomorrow I'm still setting He said he's gonna text or call when he's close, but nothing yet. He'll get there, Jason. Keep your head up, brother. Keep your head up, man. You know, you're gonna knock out those miles fast, Jason. I know you're gonna knock out those miles fast, man. You're a grinder. I can tell. Like we went out driving and you didn't play around. Like you got the truck moving, and you were like a hard worker, Jason. You were out here all the time doing pre-trip. I would send Jason home. Hey, you can take the rest of the day off if you want to, man. If you don't want to, you can come back later this afternoon. We'll work again. I tell him, I don't really care what you do, Jason. And Jason would always come back to the pad because he wanted more. Like some days he would show back up and I'd be like, oh man, I really wish he would have went home so I could get some rest. Oh well, he's out here. Let's start working. We started working. You know, it just showed me Jason wanted this more. So, like, I was like, hey, we're going to keep on working. Nick. Yeah, it's a tax write-off. Yeah, Nick, you're right. It's a tax write-off for sure. For sure. Oh, yeah, I got a warm place to stay. I'm good to hang out as long as needed. Just ready to get some miles. Yeah, right, Jason? Time, get those miles done. Get off of TNT. I put in like, I think I'm at 1,800 miles this week, man. Look at that. And it's Saturday, so I'm hoping to get another at least another 1,000 miles by the end of the week. That would be the best thing for me. If I could get another 1,000 miles this week, I would be happy. At least 1,000 miles, because then I'll get 1,000 more miles. I'll get him back to the terminal. We'll start practicing for 2 or 3 days, and he'll be ready to test. Hansel says, what's your average miles as a company driver? Whenever I was solo, I wasn't happy unless I was at about 2,800 miles. I wanted to average about 2,800 when I was solo every week. If it was less than that, it better only be 100 miles less than that, and the next week I better get a little bit more to make up for it. So, like, I liked averaging about that. Now that I'm a trainer, I'm happy with about 2,500. I'm good with. You give me 2,500, I'm good. I don't care. Like, you know, I got other stuff. So, like, you know, it was kind of like that. Now that I'm a trainer, I'm more of like, instead of me like trying to grind out and get as much money as I can, I like to take it a little bit easier on the student and make sure that he has time to do pre-trip, time to, you know, take care of the stuff he needs to take care of. I have extra time to help him back into a spot or whatever, and I'm pretty much just, it makes it a lot easier now that I'm a trainer to only be all right with making less miles, because for having a student on your truck each week you make $300 for having a student on your truck, and that kind of makes up the difference of the amount of miles that I should have been getting, like the extra 300-400 miles, whatever, 400 or 500 miles, kind of offsets that, so you can chill a little bit more and let them get the pre-trip done. Now, I have went out there and grinded out as many miles as I could with the student because I knew he could keep up and I knew his pre-trip was good. So, you know, I've also done that, and then that's a really good check. Captain Bananas, we were lucky to have a trainer like you. Would be at the pad at 7 a.m. and work with us until 4 p.m. every day. Yep. Oh man, one day I was out there on the pad all day because, like, I had both Captain Banana and Jason out there on the pad. They were. I was like, I sent one to lunch. I stayed out there on the pad, back and back and back. And he came back. I sent the other one on lunch. I stayed out there. Boom, 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 boom. I was beat up at the end of the day. I went and took my shower. I got in the truck, started playing some mixer. Turned my mixer on, my Xbox on. Started live streaming on my mixer, my Call of Duty game, and I was beat. Jason jumped on there. He was all like, "Hey, what's going on?" I said, "Man, I'm tired, dude. I'm sore. I'm tired, man. I'm beat." He was all like, "You're beat." I was all like, "Dude, y'all went on lunch break. I didn't. I stayed out there, man. I gave y'all lunch break." So I know my students get hungry, you know, and stuff like that. Me, I'm so like thinking of nothing but my work. Like most of my, if I only have one student and we go over the road and we come back and we're out there on the pad, I always have to tell my students, hey, when you need a break, you need to tell me, because I will not break. I will not break. We will stay out here as long as we can, and we will not break. As soon as we get kicked off of a pad for 2 hours, we're going to go start doing pre-trip. As soon as it's our pad time again, we're going to get back on that pad. Because I'm just, like, I'm motivated. Like, we're here, let's keep working, keep working, keep working, keep working. You know, I've had guys like, hey, we going to take lunch today? I'm all like, oh, yeah, man, go take a lunch. Go take a lunch. And sometimes I'll send my student take a lunch, and I'll go over here and start working with some of these new guys. I'll go, like, if I see a bunch of guys doing pre-trip, I'll go over there. Hey guys, how's it going, man? Y'all got any questions on the pre-trip? Okay, this is that. What parts do y'all not know? And sometimes, most of the time, it's the torque arm. I'll go point that out. Like, I've talked to the classes before, the new classes. I've talked to students out there. You know, I'm not taking a break to eat. I want to keep on working. So my teammate trained me PSD and TAT. Been on his truck since early July. Oh, that's great. You must have upgraded and just stayed on his truck. That's great. Like, if you can find a team truck, I'm gonna not. Oh, wait. I skipped a message. I'm getting off my teammate's truck next week, who lease. I'm company, but I haven't been out on my own yet, so I don't know how any company stuff works as far as fueling and mileage goes. Hey, Ansel, the lease truck and the company truck, they're pretty much the same thing. For fuel, you do a macro 27. If you're lease guy, if you're the guy that you were on the truck was lease, he might have been doing a macro 27 anyways to find the cheapest fuel stops. But other than that, any business stuff like miles, how much am I getting paid per mile or per day, or the revenue, throw all the revenue and the business side out of it and just focus on trucking. Your macros are the same. You're going to do a arrival, you're going to do a drop trailer, a picked up trailer, the part shipper receivers. You're going to do your live loaded calls, you're going to do your live dispatch calls. It's all the same. The only difference is like you're getting paid by miles now instead of revenue. You're not having the business side of it anymore. You know, you're not worrying about like if the truck breaks down, you're out of money. It's like, hey, I'm going to get shop pay till I'm back and running again. So, and whenever you get about, I think it's 9 months, become a trainer too, because it's going to make you some money. Like, start doing PSD TNTs, start getting you some more money and see how that goes. Because, you know, if you're going to be away from home, start making more money. I don't really agree with the guys that are like, oh man, I'm not going to train because I'm scared of my student driving. I'm all like, man, somebody else, I could be sitting here right here in this parking lot. I better not jinx myself, but I could be sitting right here in this parking lot, and somebody else's student could run into my truck right now, like, you know, or some guy with 30 years could run into your truck. You know, you never promise the next day. Like, if you watch my video of my wreck, I'm driving down the road solo, and a car jumps over the overpass, lands in front of me, and I hit it. Like, stuff happens. Stuff happens. You know, if it's your time to go, you're gonna go. You know, I don't know. I don't like my problem. Like, my problem is sleeping while the truck's moving. That's my problem. So, like, if somebody has that excuse, hey, I don't want to do TNT because I can't sleep when the truck's moving, I can understand that. I'll really understand that. But as for, oh man, I'm scared to have somebody drive my truck because, you know, he's gonna wreck my truck or whatever. Dude, you were the one that taught that. You taught him, and you know he drives the way you taught him to, and you know he's safe because you taught him how to be safe. You shouldn't have no problems. That's the way I look at it. You know, and anything to make more money since you're away from your family. Since you're over the road and you're away from your family, we're not home with our families and stuff like that. Why not make us extra money? Like, why not better ourselves and better somebody else? Why not help somebody succeed? You know, that's what you're doing. You're helping people succeed out here. You're teaching the new guys, you know, how to run a truck, how to be safe out here. You want the guy next to you to be trained by somebody that doesn't care, and that dude's going to roll down the road next to you? Or you want to train a driver that's going to be safe, and maybe he's the one driving down the road next to you? Like, all of my students, I wouldn't have no problem driving right next to them. Like, all of them. I wouldn't have no problem driving right next to any of my students because I taught them how to be safe. I got to retake the safety class again. When I got into Springfield, I bumped into another prime trailer at Tyson in PA like 2 months ago. Hey, handsome, it happens. You know, we have accidents out here, man. It happens. Is there something you could have done better to prevent it? Just think about that. Should you have got out and looked more so that didn't happen? Maybe, maybe not. You know, if you got out and looked and you thought you could get it in there, you know, you did as safe as you could. You know, it happens. Nobody's gonna hold it against you. You know, stuff like that happens. If you ever have a truck driver that says, I've never had any accidents out here at all, you know, he's bumped a trailer. Because like some of these guys, I've heard truck drivers say that before. I've been out here 30 years, never had one accident because I'm a safe driver, blah blah blah. I'm all like, have you ever love tapped a trailer? That's their excuse right there. It's a love tap. That means that they hit someone's trailer, and it was just like a little love tap. It was just barely hit it, and they didn't report it. So either you probably did the right thing and you went and reported it. Hey, I hit a trailer, man. You know, that's what you're supposed to do. But they call it a love tap. I love tapped it. I'm just gonna pull up and back it in there again. What you're supposed to do is you're supposed to report it. You know, because you might have damaged their property. And Prime doesn't want you out there love tapping stuff and not telling the place. Like, if you mess something up, they want you to be honest about it. That's what Prime wants. Because, you know, that place probably has a camera, and they're gonna go send it to Prime anyways. Hey, look, your driver hit that and he just drove off and didn't tell nobody. They know. So, like, if you ever hit anything, you need to go let them know, hey, look, I messed up. This is what happened. So, you know, you probably did the right thing, handsome, by, you know, you got to do the safety course, but, hey, you did the right thing. You know, I guess you let them know. I don't know the whole situation. I got off to talking about those truck drivers that say they've never been in an accident, but they love tap some things or two, or a thing or two. Love tap is an accident. Captain Bananas, just a dent in the corner of the trailer. Nothing serious. Oh wait, it moved on me. The road trip we took to Springfield has really upped my driving game for sure. Oh yeah, the more you drive, more experience. Handsome says, I just dented the front corner of the trailer, nothing serious. So like that's what they consider a love tap. Some of these truckers that have been around a long time, they consider that a love tap, and they don't report it. They just drive off. It's not right. They should report it. Jason, you'll be better because of it. That's right. You'll be better because of it. You learned your lesson. Be careful next time. It was a love tap, but I didn't want to lose my job over not reporting it. See, that's what I'm talking about. Handsome did the right thing right there. He love tapped something, and he said, you know what, I'm just gonna go tell them it happened. I'm not gonna lie about it, and I'm not gonna cover it up. I did it. That's the best way to be right there. Be honest. And I know that there's probably a lot of truckers right now that have been in here for a while that might be listening to this right now, and they're all like, Twisted, you're wrong. You're wrong, man. You shouldn't have said nothing. But, I think if you do the right thing, then you're going to be good. If you do the wrong thing, then it's not very good. Like, whenever I did the computers in there to become a trainer, they did the matching process. That's one of the things that I put on there. Is one was cleanliness. The next is doing the right thing. So that's the second thing I put on there. Cleanliness first, and then doing the right thing. I want somebody that's going to do the right thing. Captain Bananas, if you hit something and leave the scene of an accident, you could lose your CDL. Yep, you could. It's hit and run. I've heard of people hitting stuff and they didn't even know they hit it and they left. That actually happened to one of my students. He says he didn't hit nothing, but the shipper called Prime and said that he hit a trailer over there, and they called him and said, hey, you hit a trailer over here at our shipper. And he was like, nah, I didn't hit a trailer, but the shipper and Prime said that he did hit it. And he was all like, look, if I would have hit it, I would have told y'all. And like, he's a good guy. I believe every word of it. Like, if he knew he hit it, he would have definitely said something. I really believe him when he said he didn't hit it, because he was real good at backing, real great guy, a stand-up guy. So like, I believe that he didn't hit it. I think maybe somebody else hit it, maybe a yard dog or something. Who knows? But he had to pay for it. Like, he had to pay the deductible or whatever. Like, I don't even know what he paid, but I know he had to probably take the safety course or whatever. But yeah, they hit him with it. I was all like, did they have camera footage of you hitting it? No. But they had a witness said I hit it. I was all like, a witness? Shoot, I don't know. I told him, I was all like, man, I really don't think you hit it, because I know you. You would have done the right thing. He goes, shoot, yeah, I would have done the right thing. I was like, yeah, dude, I know you. Like, there's no way. Man, I hope we get a load tomorrow. Oh, I'm stressing it. I want to get back. I want to get back to Pittston. Like, I want to leave first thing in the morning on my way back. I guess Chad Rich is over there at Fire and Ice tonight having dinner, so. Where you at right now? Oh, I'm right here in Springfield. I am right by the how do you flip this thing around? There's outbound, red truck, white truck, blue truck, long-term parking in front of me, and purple truck. Oh, that was my. I thought I was videotaping a guy in the truck because I saw my shirt and my arm. I was all like, "Oh, my bad, dude." Well, yeah, I'm right here. I'm right here inside the yard, right next to the outbound, inbound. You know, just chilling in here. Now I gotta figure out how to flip this camera back around because there we go. But yeah, I'm in here right now, just chilling. Jesus Christ says, burn up a town down. I don't know what that means. Anybody knows what that guy's saying? I have no idea what that guy's saying. I saw the word Jesus and I was all like, oh, Jesus takes the wheel, but no. Have no clue. I got nothing. Yeah, I don't know what that guy's saying. Like, hey, Jesus Christ, hit the subscribe button, dude. Crickets. Yeah, dude, I don't know. That guy, it's funny though. I mean, ravioli, give me a, I don't know. Somebody was bored tonight. Do I ever get up to Maine as a company driver? Yeah, I've been up to Maine as a company driver. I've been to Maine a total of 1, 2, 3. Me and Tyler 4, and I was solo. I've been to Maine 5 times. 5 times whenever I was company. So I've been to Maine. I've been to all of this. I've been to North Dakota, South Dakota. I've been to like all of this. This whole area that's connected, I've been to them all already. Me and my first trainer, my only trainer, me and Jacob Casper, we went to like most of them just doing TNT. Like we were rolling. Like we didn't play around. Like, and whenever I was on a team, when I ran team, every time I'm team, I don't play around. Like I pretty much ran until like probably I ran about 6 to 7 hours straight. Then I would take a 30-minute break, and then I'd get back in here and run the rest of it out. Because when I'm teaming, I just run as far as I can. And then teammate pretty much does the same thing. He just runs, takes him a 30-minute breaks, and runs again until he's out of time. If you do it like that, if you only take one 30-minute break and you only stop once, then you will cover way more ground, and you will run your 11-hour clock out every day. You won't have no drive time. You'll be pulling over without any more drive time. You'll be like, man, I am out of drive time. It's time for you to let's go. Like, switch out, let's go. So, I mean, like, I run hard on team. I believe on team truck, run your clock, run as far as you can, as much as you can. And when you have to take a reset, you have to take a reset. It's going to be only set in there for like, that was weird. It's only going to be set in there for like, you're only going to sit there for like 12 hours. You're going to skip one of your shifts to get a reset. You're going to have one day that you hang out in a truck stop. And then your teammate's going to drive 12 hours of your 34, you're going to sit there for 12 hours, and then they're going to come back and drive again, and you got to reset. And when they need a reset, same thing happens. Now, whenever I'm solo, I try to stick to the 8 to 9 hours a day, never take a reset, work on recaps. I'm on recaps right now. Like, I'm not trying to sit here for a 34-hour reset. I'm trying to just go. I've been working on, I usually take maybe 4 or 5 resets a year, and they're like at the house on home time. That's the only time I'm taking a 34-hour reset. I do not take them over the road. Unless I'm stuck at a shipper or receiver and I'm getting detention pay, and I'm like, hey man, if I stay here another 2 hours, I'm just going to get a reset. I might do that. What's this say? Jason says, Jesus, I got some water. Do your thing, homie. Easton, I don't even know. Easton, Maine. I don't know where I go in Maine. I go to that Walmart DC up there. That's where I go. And then I usually do like a local run over there, and it's somewhere up by Canada I go, and it's real close to the border up there. And then I'll pick up something and run straight out of Maine. Hanson says, my teammate and I do 9 to 10 hours, so we always have hours and recaps. Yeah, on a team truck, I just, like, I don't know, it's because I was trained to we're just going to run our clocks and run our clocks and run our clocks. And, you know, I tried that 9 to 10 hour thing on a team truck, and it didn't work. And then I tried the 8 or 9 hour each guy on a team truck. That really didn't work. And, you know, I tried some different stuff. What worked for me best is running out the clocks and just taking that break wherever you needed it. You know, I might start my clock early. Like, my teammate might have woke me up. Hey, man, I didn't drive during my shift, and I can get a reset right here if you get up an hour early and drive. I'm all like, oh, you can get a reset? Oh, yeah. Jump in the seat, boom, go. Just so he could get a reset. So, you know, I've done that. You know, I've done different stuff like that to help him get a reset, and he's done the same thing for me. I'll wake him up. Hey, dude, I know it's a little bit early, man, but you got a 10-hour break, and if you jump in the driver's seat right now, I can get a 34-hour break instead of starting my clock for 1 hour, you know? So, I mean, like, that works out pretty good. He's an old man, and he has to take a nap after 9 hours. Hey, some people take naps. I have a buddy that he's solo, and we call it WWGD, what would Gabe do? So, like, Gabe takes a nap, like, almost every day. He's a great guy, but he takes naps every day, like he's driving. And, so, like, if we used to call each other, and like if we were tired, and I'll go like, man, dude, I'm so tired, I got like 2 more hours to drive. My buddy would tell me, WWGD, what would Gabe do? I would be like, man. He would take a nap, and then he would take about an hour nap, and then get back up and drive the rest of it. Jason, naps are my favorite. Man, naps, I'll tell you the truth about naps right now. Like, and I try to tell my students the same thing. Do not start the habit of naps, because I took one nap the entire time I've been out here, and I was super tired, and I was all like, man, if I just get an hour worth of sleep, I got action time. If I got an hour worth of sleep, I would be feeling a lot better. So I pulled over, took an hour nap, got up, continued my load. I woke up and I was more tired than whenever I went to bed. I should have just drove out the rest of my time. But I took that nap, and then every day after that, after I drove about 5-6 hours, I just felt like I wanted a nap every day for like a week straight till I got myself trained not to want to sleep again during my shift. And like it's like I've had students do that before. Like I was talking to my student today because we went to the St. Louis Flying J today. No, St. Louis Pilot today. And I was all like, man, I was at this fuel bay one time and I was getting fuel and my student said, I'm going to take a nap, man. I'm going to take a nap. I said, you probably don't want to take a nap. He insisted that he was going to take a nap. So he took a nap while I was fueling. By the time I pulled up and everything, I was all like, did you sleep? He was all like, not really. And he goes, I needed that. But man, after that, it was like every day he needed a nap. I was all like, I told you not to take that nap. And I've had guys before like, hey, I need to pull over, man. I'm too tired. I'm all like, okay. We had extra time. I was all like, hey, pull over, man. I was all like, we'll just stay here the rest of the day. Nah, I just need a little nap. I'm all like, nah, just go to bed, dude. We'll just go to bed. We're done driving for the day. I said, we got enough time on the load. It's better than stopping to take a nap and getting into that habit of taking naps. Or that's what I believe. It forms a habit and it's hard to break. I mean, I'm not trying to knock anyone doing it. I'm just saying, like, it's gonna form a habit, in my opinion. That's my opinion. So everybody has their own opinion. You can say I'm wrong, but that's what I see happening. I don't know what's going on today at the terminal, but this place is packed too. Is there like a football game or something I'm missing? Something happening this weekend? Or is it just because it's leap year so everybody came here or something? It's Saturday? I don't know. We came into the terminal midday. And the drop yard over there for all the loaded trailers, packed. Like, man, it was so packed over there. I was like, wow. Then it was hard to find a parking spot. All the parking spots were full over there. Even the back row over there by the restrooms at the end of the pad, all of those spots were filled. I was like, man, what is going on? I don't know. Like, I don't know why these terminals are so packed. I just don't get it. Like, I know I came here to do stuff. So like, I came here to do stuff and I'm trying to get out of here. Like, I got here 4 in the afternoon and I'm trying to get out of here in the morning. Yeah, right? Some people do live here. Like, that's what it feels like. It feels like I lived in Pittston for the past 2 months, which pretty much I have. Like, this is the first time I've seen the outside of Pittston. And I'm trying to get right back to Pittston. Yeah, Handsome, you're right. Same people here all the time. Like, and a lot of people like come in here to just like they'll be like, whenever I take my home time, I don't really have any family in my hometown or nothing. I'll just go hang out at the terminal for like 4 or 5 days for home time, and they can go to Fire and Ice, get some good food, maybe go look at stuff in Springfield, go see a movie or something. But I would be trying to take my home time. Like, if I didn't have no family to go home to, I'd probably take my home time all over the place. I would go see Niagara Falls. I'd go see the Statue of Liberty. I would go to Vegas. I'd go different places. I would get out there and, see some stuff. Or at least I like to think I would. I would hope I would, instead of just, I'm going to go sit where a bunch of trucks are for my home time and just look at all these trucks and talk to a bunch of people at the terminal. Like, let's talk about trucking. I live trucking. Why do I want to sit up here and talk about it? But you do get to meet some interesting people and some real good people up here, and everybody's nice. So, and the food is good, I guess. Handsome says the food's great. Yeah, the food's not bad here. I guess you can get over here in Springfield. It's open 24/7 too. I mean, that's another good thing. It doesn't matter what time it is. You can go get some food. That's what I'm gonna do. Pacific Northwest, Vegas, Indy, stuff like that. There you go, Jason. Yeah, Jason's gonna go out and take his home time all over the place. I got friends all over the U.S. Seeing that. See, and I also what I did a couple times is I went to different places to meet people that I played Xbox with. Like I met a guy here in Springfield. Whenever I came to training here, that's the first guy I called, and like he's the one that drove me to the DMV to take my test. So like I went and met him. I went to Wyoming. We met up with a guy. His gamer tag was Dragon Sprinkles, and he took us to a local place to eat. I've been trying to meet up with my friend. His name's Swifty. His real name's Justin. Meet up with him in Michigan. You know, I'm trying to get to Kentucky, to Sayersville, Kentucky, to meet a guy named Bucks. Like, I still haven't met a couple of people, but like I would like to meet some of these guys that I've been playing Xbox with for years and years and years. So, you know, stuff like that. Sasquatch Sarah. Yeah. And I see. Oh, why did I not take a picture of Sasquatch when I was home? I saw him when I left the driveway. I said, "There's Sasquatch." I forgot about it. I should have took a picture. I told y'all next time I was home I was going to take a picture of Sasquatch, and I forgot. He's at my house. Yeah, I meant to do that. I guess I was too busy. I was like, it felt like I was only home for like 30 minutes. I was home for longer than that. Like my kids were glad to see me. It was awesome. Like my boy was all like, "Give me a big hug, Dad." I was all like, "Sure thing, bub." I'll come back and get you. Nah, you stay home. I need to go to bed anyways. It's already 10 o'clock. But yeah, hopefully I get a load in them. I'm going to set my alarm at 3. I'm going to go try to get me a load. It's Mrs. Twist. Yep. That's the wifey. She got my car at the house, so like next time I'm in Springfield, I'm going to have to call her and say, "Hey, can you come pick me up?" I can't drive my truck to my house no more because the neighbors didn't like it last time I did that. I drove my truck to the house and the neighbors, they did not like my truck being over there. You know, I got a terminal right here to park in, so I'm cool. What kind of car do I drive? Oh man, you would ask that. It's a little bitty four-door Saturn Ion. It's maroon. But it's the first car I ever bought, like, in my name. It's the first car I ever bought in my name. You know, I used it to build my credit. Whoop whoop, Jacob. Jacob's about to do a job change from what I understand. I'm waiting for his video to talk about it. Maybe, maybe not. Jacob's living that home time life, man. He gets to go home every other night. Lucky dog. I'm re-streaming your live feed. What's that mean? Restreaming your life. I have one of those. Oh, you have a Saturn Ion? Hey, it's a good car, man. It's a good car. If you, I had people, I had this, one of the people that work here, they came up to me at the pad and they said, hey, I was going to tell you I saw a car out there in the parking lot with your little guy running with an axe in the parking lot up there. I seen it, but then I seen it at the pad and it's your car. I said, yeah, I said, that's my car. It has the Hatchet Man on it. Still our baby. It's been a great car. Yeah, it's been a real good car. I like mine. Not bad. Little buggy. Yeah, it's a good car. Like, it is a good car. It's been good. I don't think I've had really any problems with it. I replaced the window motor in it. That's about all that's been wrong with it. It's a 2003, and I only got like 82,000 miles on it, and most of it was driving back and forth. It drove to Springfield, I drove it back from Springfield, and I drove it back to Texas and back up here. Say hi to all my peeps watching. Hi, all of Jacob's peeps. So, I mean, it's been a great car. It really has. Yeah, the kids can't dent it. But yeah, man, I'm really, really, really hoping to get out of Springfield, bro. I'm ready to get back to Pittston. I'm kind of excited about getting back to Pittston because I want to get out there on that pad, and I want to keep on practicing backing without using any points or any cones and stuff. Like, I'm really at that point where I want to start teaching no points and just teach. This is how we're going to do it, because I'm ready to step up my game, like really on the backing and stuff. I'm ready to step it up. Just test my student here. Man, I picked him up in Pittston. I want to test him in Pittston. Plus, I got another student in Pittston, so I have to get back. Like, he's probably like, man, my trainer called me just a day ago, and he said he was coming back, so I got to get back. I can't have him waiting that long. I feel bad that he's waiting on me right now, but little does he know is we're about to do some major driving. Mad Dog, I like both terminals. I don't like Salt Lake City. I like Pittston, and I like Springfield. I like over here in Springfield. It takes longer to get through inbound and outbound. It's more strict over here. Like they would flip out. They would flip out if you don't have your tails open here in Springfield. Like, flip out. Like, I mean, I always open my tails, but I mean, like, they would flip out if my tails weren't open here and stuff like that. They're more by the book over here, I guess I'm trying to say. Just don't copyright me. I don't know how I copyright anything, Jacob, so you're good. You're good. Mad Dog says, not crazy about Salt Lake City either. Mad Dog, man. Oh, you left Prime. I'm sad, man. But hey, you're still trucking. You're still trucking, and you seem happy with your choice to go to Stevens. So, hopefully it pans out for you. And if it doesn't, Mad Dog, you could always come back to Prime, or you can go somewhere else to go ahead and, better yourself. But Mad Dog was one of my students. Great guy. We had a great time. he had some CPAP issues that were having some problems, but he's doing his thing. He's taking care of business. I watched his last video. Mad Dog, I was expecting you to be smoking a cigar in your man cave. Just light up that big old cigar and sat in there with that fireplace going on your leather couch. He was rubbing that couch like it was the nicest, like, imported leather ever. He's like, I'm on my leather couch in my man cave with the fireplace going right there. I mean, he was chilling. I was waiting for him to bust out the cigar, man. He says he smoked it before the video. I didn't want to, dude. Had to make a decision based on circumstances. I enjoyed crime. Yeah, I know, Mad Dog. We talked, and I wish you would have stayed here. I like seeing my students still out here, but hey, you know what? You went to Stevens, and you're doing what you had to do. You needed to start moving, and if that was a way to get you making money, then that's what you needed to do. So you did it. I say you got a CDL now. You use it wherever you need it. But hopefully Stevens treats you good, man. You're a good guy, so I hope they treat you good. I hope you make a lot of money over there. If you make a lot of money over there, let me know. I want to know. Because who knows? Who knows? I might need to go to Stevens sometimes. You never know. It's a job. Like, I don't know much about Stevens. I know for a while, like, their drivers were like, man, we love it here. We love it here. I couldn't be nowhere else. Humble. But yeah, I should have went to the vape shop. I don't know why I didn't go to the vape shop. Whoop whoop. Yeah, let me fix that. Jacob loves texting me. He used to. One time I was looking for, funny story. One time I was looking for Jacob inside the terminal. He was all like, hey man, I'm inside the terminal. Come on over here. I was like, okay. I went over there. I texted him. I said, where you at? He started texting me whoop whoop over and over and over. And he just listened to where my phone was coming from. My phone going whoop whoop. My phone goes whoop whoop. Every time I get a text message. So he just listened for my phone to say whoop whoop. And that's how Jacob found me. He just followed the sounds, and it worked. He found me quick. Instead of being like, I'm over here at the tables over here, I'm over there. He was just like, bam, I found you. Using your own phone, I found you. But yeah, he found me. But Jacob's doing good. He's a good dude. He taught me everything I know about trucking. He taught me everything. And I use a lot of his training. There's some stuff I don't use, but a lot of it I use, like, for real. He taught me how to drive safe. He taught me how to use my mirrors. I mean, like, I appreciate everything he's taught me. He taught me how to back on the pad. I just could not get his alley dock to save my life. I still can't get it. Do this, do this, do this. I was like, I don't know what you're talking about, dude. I said, this works. Bloop. It went in there. I was like, yep. We did it again. Did it again. Did it again. He was all like, well, you got it. You're ready for your test. I was all like, it's like, cool. Like, it was one day of backing. One day of backing. Next day it was test time. I was all like, oh, wow. We're testing tomorrow? But hey, I trifected. Did you pull out a stopwatch for mirror checks yet? No, I haven't done that. I have done that thing where you're all like, you should be checking your mirror every like 5 to 7 seconds, and Jacob would go like this. He'd be like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Check your mirrors. I have done that before because I've had people not checking the mirrors. I haven't done it in a long time, but like I have done that. But yeah, I kind of do a lot of, like I use the same mirror checks that Jacob taught me, like how much I need to watch my trailer. Like I watch it just like he showed me, and like it all works. It all works. And I wish I talked to him today. I was like, man, I wish you would just move over here move to Pittston or Springfield and start just training PSDs, man. Go company, come over here, come back home. So like, I was trying to talk him into it for y'all that follow Jacob and y'all want him as y'all's trainer. I tried to get him back over here. Tried to. I really hope I could have got him back over here. But hey, he might be getting all of my students, man. He might be like, look, I trained that guy, give me his students. I'll be like, nah, Jacob wouldn't do that. So if any students hate you, they can just blame me. Yeah, if my students get mad at me, I can be like, hey, blame Jacob. Let me get you his YouTube. Go through it. That's him. That's the guy that made me like this. Blame him. I'll get you some trolls, bro. Mad Dog's all like, Me and Mad Dog had a good time. Man, subscribe to Mad Dog if y'all haven't. Mad Dog's channel's good. He's awesome. Like, his videos are funny. I like watching his videos. He'll say something wrong and he'll leave it in there, but he'll put words like, hey, I said that wrong, or I said this wrong, or something like that. I mean, like, it cracks me up when he does that. And he's a good speaker. Like, I like how he speaks. So he has a video, Twisted Big D kicked me off of his truck. Y'all should watch that one. Y'all will find out why I kicked him off of my truck. Like, I was like, gave him the boot, man. Get off my truck. Yeah, we did have a good time. Yeah, Jason, there you go, man. That's the guy that made me, man. That's him right there. That's my trainer right there. Yeah, and whenever I was on his truck, he didn't even tell me he had a YouTube channel. I was over there struggling with pre-trip. I have a problem. I have a reading comprehension problem. So, like, man, I caught that vape. I just dropped that vape and I caught it. But I have a comprehension problem. Like, I can read stuff, but I can't tell you what I read. So, like, I was having a lot of trouble with pre-trip. And then one day I was all like, man, I'm going to find a pre-trip video. So I started watching this pre-trip video and I was all like, that's the truck I'm in. And then it showed Jacob and I was all like, I tell him, I'm all like, dude, you didn't tell me you had pre-trip videos? He was all like, well, you never asked. I was all like, ooh, I could choke you right now, dude. I was all like, man, I needed help and I could have been watching this video. And he goes, best way to learn is get out there and do it. So, like, that's how I trained for a long time. Get out there and do it. Don't watch no one's pre-trip videos. Get out there and do it. Till I ran into a student that could not get anything from that piece of paper. And he watched a video that was not a good pre-trip, but he learned every word on that. So I was like, here, dude, I'm going to make the videos. We're going to do one by one so you'll get it perfect. And that's what I did, and that started this YouTube channel. I wish I would have started a YouTube channel back whenever I was on Jacob's truck, and he would have been like able to help me. Hey, this is what you need to do. I could have had like a YouTube channel for a long time. I think I had this channel up and running on trucking for about, I don't know, I probably had this channel now for like 4 months now. So Mad Dog says, so why does Prime tell the trainers to leave it up to the student to learn pre-trip on their own. Mad Dog, that is because you have a lot of people that will not study their pre-trip. And no matter how hard and how much I spend out there doing pre-trip with a student, no matter how much I do it out there, it's up to them to memorize and learn it. Like, I've sat out there for hours and hours and hours with the hood open trying to teach a guy the engine compartment, and he never learned it. Like, he would not learn it because he chose not to. Like, he did not want this bad enough, so he ended up getting sent home. They gave him five evals one day after another to learn the engine compartment. And the first one they let him pick, hey, what's your easiest or your best pre-trip? He said engine compartment. It was horrible. Next day they did the engine compartment. It was horrible. Day 3 they had a meeting with him. They told him, hey, draw all of the parts. Because he said that he liked drawing. They said draw all the parts and that'll help you learn it. That day he went home. He went to bed. Didn't study at all. Didn't draw the parts. He came out there in the morning and I said, where's the pictures at? He goes, I didn't do none. I went to bed. I was tired. I said, dude, I gave you early off to go and do this, man. Do you not understand? I've tested 4 guys while I've had you on my truck. I said, that's how long you've been here. You've been here for like 6 weeks. 6 weeks. You've been here so long, Prime's not putting money on your card anymore so you can take the cash advance anymore. I said, do you not understand how long you've been here? How long you've been with me? And he showed up with no pictures. I sent him inside to draw those pictures that day before we had a meeting to get to talk to the guy over training again. So he drew 2 awesome pictures, and he took them upstairs. And that day he even showed up late that day, so they were really mad at him. And they looked at the pictures and they were all like, man, these are some awesome pictures of these parts. And they were upset that he didn't do what he was supposed to. And, you know, hey, we try to help you. You didn't do what we told you to. You went to bed. Like, you're not doing this. So they eval'd him that day. Horrible eval. Eval'd him the next day. Horrible eval. Eval'd him the next day. Another bad eval. So they said, look, we can't do nothing with you. You're not doing what we told you to. You're not studying it. We're sending you home. You know, and it's all because he didn't want this bad enough. He didn't want to put in the work it took. So the reason we say pre-trip's on you is because we cannot put the pre-trip in your head if you do not want this. Like, you have to really want this, and you have to work hard on that pre-trip, and you have to study it to get it. So that's why Prime tells you, hey, the pre-trip's on you, and you need to learn it, because it's really, really up to you to learn it. I can go out there and I can go over the parts with you. Like, if you need to know where the part is or what it looks like, I can go out there. I will go out there with you, and I will point out each part. I will test you on it. I will be like, hey, let's go do pre-trip. We'll go out there and I'll be like, we'll do all of it together. But it's still going to be up to you to start learning this stuff. Like, I can point your hand where it needs to go. I can be like, that's an alternator right there. And it's up to you to start remembering that that's an alternator. Don't be calling it something that is not. Like, you got to learn this stuff. So that's kind of why Prime says the pre-trip's up to you to learn, because it is up to you to learn. Like, if you're not putting in the work, you're not going to learn it. And like I tell people, the hardest part of my job is the pre-trip, because no matter how bad I want to put that pre-trip in somebody's head, it's up to them to soak it in and learn it. You know, that's why they do that. That's why they say that. And I tell my students, Mad Dog, you know, I told you, hey man, this pre-trip is up to you to learn. I said, I'll help you with it, but it's up to you to learn. Like, it's not for me to stand out there next to you and hold your hand and walk you through it. It's not up to me to be like, to have to be on you all the time. Hey, get out there and do your pre-trip. I shouldn't have to tell you to get out there and do your pre-trip. You should want to do your pre-trip. You should want to do it, and you should do it. And like Jacob told me, whenever I was on his truck, he told me, he was all like, hey man, when we're at the docks and you got free time, do your pre-trip. Guess what I did? I did my pre-trip. And then like, I knew if Jacob was getting out of that truck when I was doing my pre-trip, he was about to test me. And I was all like, oh no, I'm not ready. I'm all like, oh, I got to study more. So he would get out that truck and he'd be like, all right, it's test time. And he'd grab a highlighter and he would test me on my pre-trip. And if I saw him highlighting something, I was all like, oh man, I'm in so much trouble. And he'd be like, you missed this, you missed that, and you missed that. He's all like, it's not bad, you only missed 3 things. And I'm all like over here like, oh, 3 things, man, I'm in trouble. But you know, he all he was doing was double checking that I know it, and highlighting what I missed and saying, hey, here's your paper back. What I highlighted is what you need to work on. You know, that's how he did it. And that's like, what I do is I don't get a highlighter. I can remember everything you missed, so I just go through it with you, let you do it all, and I'll remember everything you missed, and then I'll go back and point it out. You missed this, this, and this. So, you know, that's kind of what the thing is about pre-trip. Mad Dog says, that's what you said verbatim about pre-trip. Yeah, Mad Dog, that's what I said. And it's the truth. Big Nate says, sound like a prime pre-trip is more difficult than a regular CDL test you get at the DMV. I suggest any driver don't go to prime and a bunch. Don't go to. Why are students in the truck for 6 months? It usually is 4 to 5 weeks. What any other company? My opinion is that sales makes their money. Nate, Big Nate, I'm going to tell you, whenever you can go to another school, you can go to another school that's not with Prime and get your CDL through them. But the thing is, if you come to Prime, you don't have to put the money up front to go to a CDL school. So, a lot of people are in that situation where they need to come out here because, one, it's a guaranteed job. After you get your CDL, you're getting a job with Prime, and you also don't have to have the money up front. Some people don't have the money up front to go to one of those little schools to get your CDL. But as for the amount of time, I'm testing out my students on PSD as soon as I can, because I'm trying to get them to their money as fast as I can so they can start making money instead of being on the borrowed money. So I try to do it as fast as I can. The TNT 50,000 miles, I really don't agree with it. I think it's a long time. I agree with you there. It is a long time. I think that you should be able to get your truck faster than that. I do believe it's a long time. So, but if you push through that 50,000 miles and you get to your truck and you get your own truck, it's going to be worth it in the end. I do agree with you. It's a long time on a trainer's truck. I'm not going to say that you're wrong with that. And I hope that, you're working there now. Yeah, and I hope you get through your 50,000 miles and get your truck. It's just, that's what Prime requires. They said that since they started doing it, we have put out safer drivers, better drivers, and more experienced drivers is the way they're looking at it. and you're making the $700 a week guarantee. A lot of people are making that $700 a week guarantee, and they are making more money than they made while they were at their other jobs. So yeah, you also got to look at, like, you know, you are making good money while you're doing the 50K miles. So, you know, you got to look at that too. I'm making the 700 guarantee at least, you know, until I get my own truck. Once I get this 50,000 miles out the way, I'm good, man. I got my own truck, and it's time for me to start running hard and making money. And, you know, I don't know, I really can't give you an answer on why we went to the 50,000 miles, besides the point that they're saying that Prime was having too many accidents and stuff like that, that we want to give the student more experience. So in their eyes, we're putting out better drivers, safer drivers, and stuff like that. So, you know, I think 50,000 miles is a lot. Like, they've been talking about different ways to maybe break it up. Like, maybe they've been talking, I've heard some different stuff that they've been throwing ideas around, and, you know, hopefully they go with something, because 50,000 miles on one trainer's truck, that's a lot of time with that one trainer. And y'all are going to be butting heads, y'all are living in a small space, and, you know, even during the 30,000 miles, people were bumping heads, and they were getting, like, heated with each other, and they just needed away from each other. So it's one of those deals like that. I was out there pre-tripping, no worries about test day. Mad Dog says Prime and Stevens has their own ways of doing pre-trip. My suggestion is do the way the company wants it done. Everybody is different. That's right, Mad Dog. Every company's different on the way they want pre-trip done. So, you know, you're going to have to find out the way your company wants it done and do it the way they want it done. Big Nate, he's working here now. Big Nate says he's working here now. Handsome, where you get 6 months from. Handsome, there are people that say that they've been in training for like 9 months here at Prime. Now, I don't understand how that went. I don't know if they got extra miles added on or what's going on, what's the situation, but I've heard of people being in training for 9 months, which I don't get it. There has to be something going on there. So, you know, sometimes you do like 5,000 miles a week in a team truck. So 5,000 miles a week, and, you know, you divide it by 50,000 miles, it should be only 10 weeks. And we'll add a week for going home, so like 11 weeks. Jason says, shoot, 700 a week is good. There's companies there that you ain't making that in your first year. 50K is good. Like Twista said, it'll make you safer and more confident on your own truck. Mad Dog says line is 50K miles. Too long, but not everybody is taking a long time. Yeah, some people are grinding out those miles and finishing that 50,000 miles quick. I think Chad Rich was saying his student has been knocking out big weeks of miles. Like, I heard a rumor that Chad Rich and his student are doing 7,000 miles a week. They are keeping that truck moving, so like that'll get you done even quicker. 800 after 40. Handsome says it's 800 after 40,000 miles. Mad Dog says keep your head up, Nate. Big Nate. Yeah, Nate, for sure. Keep your head up. Don't let the 50,000 miles take your shine away. Handsome says 50,000 miles is over with in 2.5 months. Big Nate says, I apologize, I'm being negative. Hey Nate, don't apologize. Do not apologize. Like, you felt that, so I'm glad you put it in here, because like people want to talk about this stuff, and that's one of the 50,000 miles is an issue right now that people have been talking about, and it kind of makes people not want to come to Prime. I'm not gonna lie about that, and it gets people frustrated I've had students quit during the 50,000 miles because they got frustrated with it. They felt like they were never going to get to their truck. They felt used by the company. Like, all I can do is tell you, hey, keep your head up and get through it. It's going to be worth it in the end, Nate. It's going to be worth it once you finish those miles. Like, when you get your own truck after those 50K miles and you have nobody in here to help you, you're going to be like, whew, man, I feel awesome. I'm by myself. Then you're going to go on your first load and you're going to be like, man, I wish my trainer was here to help me. What am I going to do if I get into a bad situation? I don't have a guy in here to get out and watch me back in and help me out. All right, Mad Dog, you have a good night. It was good hearing from you, brother. Mad Dog says, don't apologize. It's real talk. And it is real talk. Like, I'm glad you brought it up. I'm not even kidding. Like, my feelings on it is that it's hard to do. It's going to be hard to do. 50K miles is hard to do. But you know what? You got to look at the goal at the end. You got to see the light at the end of the tunnel. You know, you got to do it, man. Get to that own truck. It's your own truck. It's worth it. It's worth it. And it's all experience too. It's all experience. Geez, 7K miles must be to California to Florida and back to back, or California to Maine back to back, stuff like that. All right, handsome, you have a good night too. You know what? I'm gonna get out of here too. I really need to go to bed. It's already 10:42, so I'm gonna get out of here too. My student, I think he's done went to sleep up there, and I'm probably keeping him up by talking to y'all anyway. So I'm gonna get out of here. Everybody take care. Have a good night. Be safe out there, and I hope y'all will see my next video of me getting a load this morning and getting out of this terminal and back to Pittston. But hey, good night everyone, and take care.